Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my farming routine with my best friend that is going to be joining us today.
Hello.
So let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, I always check my journal to see what I've got available. As of right now, my Stored portal isn't available for another 4.5 hours. And my Will of Divinia is available in the new campus, but not the old campus. So I have to wait until my student portal is done for me to actually be able to go do my Will of Divinia, because it's not done in Earth, and they have not released the Wheel of Divinia in West Campus yet. I already did my Dream Fountain, so I don't have to do that. So next, obviously I do all those first, but next, after I do all those, I check my hunger, my hygiene, and my energy. And I make sure I get all of those up to 100%. So since they're not 100% right now, we're going to go ahead and go do them. So we'll need to we'll go ahead and do the hunger first. I don't think my friend has food on her, so we'll go ahead and we'll go into the locker courtyard. Do you have food on you?
No.
Okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and go into the locker courtyard. I always buy food and fill up in the realm. And then after I've filled my character up in the realm, I swap to the other realms after I've gotten some more in my inventory. So make sure that if you're going to do my farming routine, that you do somewhat similar to what I do, because this is why I've leveled so quickly. I've leveled up about 276 times or something like that, and this is why.
School.
Yeah, in the new realm. I've leveled up 275 times in the new realm. So I'm just going to go ahead and eat these here so I know exactly how much food to get.
Why are you already at the vending machine? Holy crap.
Because I'm fast. I'm speed, like Lightning McQueen. But I'm going to go ahead and fill up my hunger bar with a little bit of food I have on me right now, to what I can. And then I'll go ahead and get a couple extra. I like taking 3 or 4 things. And I'm just going to go over to this vending machine because it's got less people.
Like, no people.
I know. I usually take 3 or 4, depending on if my hunger bar is fully full. If my hunger bar isn't fully full because I need to fill it up a couple more sips, I'll usually grab a third as an extra. That way I know if I get down to like 75 or so. Well, actually more like 50. If I get down to like 50, I know I've got plenty to refill. Because sometimes I forget to check my hunger bar and stuff like that, and I get put down all the way to like 50% before I realize, and I don't have enough food on me to eat while I'm doing musical chairs or something like that. So the next step is energy. So I'm going to go ahead and teleport there. This is also another quick thing if you're playing with friends. If you're doing stuff quicker because like you load quicker, I would suggest teleporting before them. That way, whenever you're done, you can go to the new realm, and by the time they're done, they can just straight teleport to you.
With the phone.
Yeah, with the phone, of course. Alrighty. We have now teleported to the castle dorms, so now we're just gonna go up. I like to claim one of the top dorms because I prefer being on the top layer, but it is quicker to just come down here and get one of the first ones on the bottom if they're open, like this one is. However, I like the top dorm, so I always go for the top dorms no matter what. It takes a couple extra seconds out of my leveling time, which I don't mind. It just depends if you mind or not. So if you don't want to waste that extra time, I suggest just taking one of the first ones you see for this leveling process. However, if you don't mind and you want to keep playing like where you enjoy playing, it's okay to take one of the further ones if that's what you prefer. But I'm going to go ahead and get my sleep level up while we wait for her to join. And then after she joins, I'm going to teleport to the dormitory bathing quarters. That way I can have her teleport to me after she's teleported to me and I go into the bathing quarters. Now, if the bathing quarters aren't out for you, you can't do this hygiene quest yet. As of right now, they are currently still only level 500 plus for when I'm recording this video, which is the 22nd of August. So if they aren't out, sadly, you can't get your hygiene level up. But if you are level 500 plus, whenever you do all 3 of these from 0 to 100, it does give you about a level and a half from just doing these 3 whenever you first log in if it's at 0 already. Mine weren't all at 0, so it's not gonna fully level me up with an extra half level. I may get about a full level from this, or maybe 3/4 of a level. That way, because it's about half of what I would have gotten had I done it all the way at 0. Strictly just because of the fact that when I started doing these, I was not all the way at 0. I was at about 50% for each of them. So since she has teleported to me, I'm going to go ahead and jump down so I can go to the bathing quarters. Because she is already logged in, as you can see.
Okay.
Alrighty, I am in the bathing quarters now. So what you do now at this point is you go to the left, and in the showers and changing area is where the showers are going to be. And as you're walking and stuff, your hunger is going to go down just like your energy will. But while you're in the shower, you can actually eat to get your hunger all the way up again. I like making sure that my hunger is at 100% at all times if I can. And it's so I only have to worry about 2 things instead of 3. If you're having to worry about 3 things at one time while you're trying to do something else to level, it makes it a kind of a hassle. Now that our hygiene is done, the next thing I do, also see I leveled up. I did start at 50 though, for all, like about 50% for all of them, which is why I didn't level up to about half of a level as well. If yours is starting all the way at 0, whenever you do this, you will most likely level up about a level and a half. But now the next thing I do, after I've done, after I've done my fountain, my student portal, my rule of divinia, all of that, if it's available, and then made sure my hygiene, my hunger, and my energy are up as high as I can get them, because I've just done them. The next thing I do is I look at my quests. Right now, I have Amazing Artist, Relax by the Pool, and Office Volunteer. Right now, Amazing Artist cannot be done because the art class is not out. However, I can do Relax by the Pool and Office Volunteer. So what I do whenever I'm doing quests is I will do my quests until I get a quest that can't be done anymore. Once I get a quest that can't be done anymore, I move to the next quest. I have 3 slots for my quest, so I'm more likely to not have all 3 quests taken up by something that can't be done. I believe there's 2 or 3 quests that can't be done right now. So there are times where my quests are all taken up by something I can't do. But after you get to a point, like a stopping point for your quests, where they can't be done anymore, I typically do musical chairs. So I'm just going to do my quests and see if I can get to a stopping point for you guys. So for the Relax by the Pool, you have to put on a bathing suit and you have to sit in one of these lounge chairs. It doesn't matter where you sit. Like, you could sit here, you could sit over here in the lounge chairs. You could come into the middle over here and sit in these lounge chairs. All of them work. Every lounge chair works since they're somewhat near the pool. Also, another thing I do while I'm grinding levels and farming is I like to pick up diamonds as I go. So if I see a diamond on the floor like I just did, I like to pick it up. It doesn't matter how many diamonds you have. If you have 1 million diamonds, if you have 1 diamond, it's going to add up quickly. Especially if you have the game passes, it adds up extremely quickly. So I do suggest picking up diamonds. Even if you don't have game passes, I would still pick up diamonds because it's still a huge help to your diamond amount, especially with how expensive the dorms can be. Plus, there's so much more stuff that hasn't come out yet that we could get, like possible new sets, possible just pieces of items like accessories, possible separate clothing items or shoes. We also have the lockers that you can buy stuff for. Now, the next thing I have is bathroom break. So what I like to do whenever I am doing this is you go wherever you are closest to. So I have bathroom break and office volunteer. So I'm going to go to the school office first to get rid of the office quest. and then I'll use that door inside of the office to go to the locker courtyard. You can go to the locker courtyard first and just go to the area that has the main office teleporter. To me, it feels a little more slow because if you don't have it memorized where it's at, it's a lot harder to do. See, within here, it's literally right to the left. You don't have to do a bunch of flying around to look for it. All you have to do is run to the left after you're done with your quest in here. This is why I like going to the main office first and then the locker courtyard if I have something like that going on. I do have the amazing artist for only 27 more minutes, so if I can't get these to like be at a stopping point, I will just act like I'm at a stopping point and then show you what I do next. I do sometimes like to use the computer pose, but there are other times where I will do the relax pose. It just depends on your mood. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't make it go any faster. It's just a good pose to use. They're good poses to use to make
It's how
it
you
feel
can
like
express yourself.
Yeah, you can also express yourself. So now both of my quests are inside of the locker courtyard. So I can go ahead and hit them both at once. And I don't even have to fly around and look for where I'm going because they know where the teleporter is for the locker courtyard in the office. Had I gone to the locker courtyard first, I would have had to fly around the whole entire map to see where the main office teleporter was. Alrighty, now we are in the locker courtyard. I'm going to go ahead and hit up the homework is due first since it's a lot quicker than the bathroom. I like to do the quests that are a bit quicker than the other ones. That way I can just get them out of the way as quickly as possible and then run directly straight to my next one. And since I'm already on the way to the bathroom, when I have this vending machine snack time pop up, I'm going to go ahead and buy something so that quest gets done too. And you just sit down and you can get this one done. You also will probably want to check your hunger level at all times while you're running around and doing stuff because it will go down fairly quickly. Now that we've got bathroom break done, we've got another homework is due, so we can go ahead and run to the classroom and do it right next to the classroom. Since we're already in this realm. Sometimes you will mess up because you're trying to go too fast. That's no problem at all. Oh, I've got another homework is due. Sometimes it will give you the same quest in a row. So make sure you look at your quest before you leave the area because you may have to go back into that same area because your quest is either the same quest or it's in that same area. So now I've got the texting in class. I've also got a honk for field trip. So I'm going to go ahead and do the texting in class since I'm right here. And you can use any friend. Your friend that you text can be online or offline. It doesn't matter. Here, I'll do one that's offline so you guys know that it doesn't matter. And then your quest is done. Doesn't matter. Now we're going to just ditch class. And it'll take us back to the locker courtyard. And we've got another quest in the locker courtyard. I believe it was. So yeah, it's the suds out of the sink. So all we have to do is press the hand soap. And then it's finished. Growling stomach. I've already got food on me, so I can just go ahead and quickly do this quest. And I've leveled up again. Now I've got to read someone's diary. You don't have to read a friend's diary. It can be anyone's diary. The next one is dress coded, so we're going to go ahead and go to the school office. So this is main campus, and then back here is where the front office one is. The west campus is over there, but it's not unlocked yet. So we'll just go ahead and go to the office. Just right over here to these stinky, smelly PE shirts. Wear it until it has 100%. Back. And we'll see what our next quest is. Dropped your diary again, so anybody at all you can read. Book check. So for book check, you have to go into class with the book in your arm. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually gonna go do the honk for a field trip, so I'm not like neglecting that quest. Because I can always use main campus to go back to the locker courtyard, since we already know where it's at. You want to make sure that you do as many quests as you can, but you also want to make sure that you're not neglecting any that were done before. So once you get time to do them, I suggest doing them. No matter how little or much XP they give. You can just go to this side of the bus. Nap time. We'll do nap time in a moment, so we can go do the book check. Since I like to do things as I get them. If I get something that's in the same realm, I'll wait off for a quest that I had prior. However, if it's in a completely different realm, I like to do whatever quest I got first. Oh, you needed to go to class?
Classroom.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to go to class with a friend.
I am in class. And then that quest is completed. Study sesh. Okay. I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna take our books out while we play. That way we're actually getting XP, but we're still getting a quest done. This is another thing I like to do. If I get the study sesh quest, I like to study sesh while I'm playing musical chairs or something. Sometimes the game does try to troll you with musical chairs though. So if musical chairs starts getting too frustrating, just go do your quest. There's nothing wrong with doing your quest. For me, doing my quest have been the quickest way for me to level up. I only do musical chairs whenever I have quests that can't be done. And see, as I'm playing, my study sesh will go up when I'm close to her. It's not going to go up if I'm not close to her, but if I'm close to her, it will go up. Another tip for playing musical chairs that can help you guys level up quicker is always have your screen facing to the chairs, no matter what angle it is. And always hold W, so as soon as the music stops, you can walk. See, as soon as the music stopped, I started walking. So that's the best way to make sure that you're not one of the first people out in musical chairs. It works really well for me. Sometimes the game will stop you in unfortunate positions, and you'll get stuck behind something like this giant wall, and you'll get out because you were furthest away from the chairs. But stuff like that happens. It happens to everyone. It happens to me, especially. That's something we can't change or help at all. But this is just a way to help you get some experience while you're doing the study sesh. And then, of course, be a good sport about not getting first. And now we can sit here and we can study sesh together while we wait for another game to start. And if your study sesh was to finish before the game started, you could always just leave before the next game starts. Because we've already gotten like 100 XP worth for getting second. So we've already gotten semi-close to what study sesh gives you. We've gotten roughly what nap time gives you 3 times for just playing one game and getting second. And luckily, she got put behind me, so we're going to be able to study sesh the whole entire time we're playing. I will say, if you are study seshing with a friend while playing musical chairs, try not to steal their chair. Take a chair that's close enough to you for you to get, but don't take a chair that's close enough to them. So for me, I would take this chair, but I wouldn't take that chair back there. Or I'd take this chair, but not that one right there. You want to make sure that your study sesh partner gets a chair while you're playing without you getting out. Oh no! On top, girly. There you go. See, in situations like that, I could have probably gone for a further chair, so she was 100% guaranteed a chair. And then once your study session is done and over with, it's all free range. So now that one is done, we're gonna wait until we've sat down, and now we can put our books up. That way we're not distracted while we're playing. And luckily enough, I got the Rainy Day Champion quest in the middle of a game. So if you're in the middle of a game, whenever you get that quest, you can finish that quest in the same round that you get first place. So if I was to get first place in this round, it would finish this quest for me. I will say, it can be frustrating to not win whenever you are trying to get first place, and the whole entire hour that you're trying, you don't actually get first place. It's not the end of the world. Yes, 100 and I believe 34 XP is what it gives. Yes, 134 XP is really nice, and it gets you really close to leveling up. But it's not, it's 139, but it's not worth getting mad at. If you're having such a struggle to get first place in the server you're in, just server hop. You're probably in a server with people that are just better than you at musical chairs. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, if you're struggling to get first place while you're playing musical chairs for your quest, server hop. You are most likely in a server that is better than you. Sometimes you get put in a server with people that are nice and that give you the chair. There are other times, like with the server I'm in, where they will take the chair that you're trying to go for. And stuff like that happens. Everyone's trying to get first place. You can always try to see if they will let you win first for your quest. However, there are a lot of people that are going to be rude about it and are going to say, win it yourself. Get it yourself. That's not our problem. So to avoid situations like that, I suggest just not even trying. Just try to get first place on your own without begging if you can. If you can't, there's nothing wrong with asking for them to see if they will let you win for your quest. But it's not the end of the world if they don't. And I finished my quest, luckily. And I've leveled up. So now I get to get my last element. Now I've got the homework is due, so I can just go ahead and leave. So I can go do the homework is due. As you can see with the Starkly Stars achievement that just popped up, I've already leveled up 300 times in the new realm. And most of these levels are from whenever I started doing the quests that I could do. As soon as I got a quest I couldn't do, I did musical chairs. This is where a lot of my levels are coming from. I'm gonna go ahead and go do my nap time since it's got 50 minutes left, and then I'll have her come join me for the class with friends. That way I give her a chance to do some quests as well to level up. So we're gonna go to the castle dorms. Do you know what your quests are, girly?
Office, volunteer, and I think art.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you'll just have to go do the office volunteer. Okay. While you're in the dorm, guys, you have to be wearing pajamas in order to get your nighttime quest. If you're not wearing pajamas, it won't work. Again, just pick the one that's closest to you if you don't want to waste time flying to a dorm. You can also just leave it open like that, but I like to close it and then reopen it from the other side. It doesn't matter, it just takes a couple extra seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and sleep all the way until my energy's 100%. I'm gonna go ahead and eat too while we're here. We're also gonna need to go do our hygiene before we go do the class with friends. Once you get to like the dorms, depending on where your hunger, your hygiene, and your energy is at, just go ahead and finish it. Oh, I luckily got a queen fatigue in my dorm. She's not joined yet, so we'll go ahead and use it once I've finished sleeping before she gets here. If you don't have the throne for the Queen Fatigue quest, you don't have to buy it to do it. You can go to the decorate, you can go to furniture, you can scroll down to where it says chairs, and then you can scroll down until you see the Queen Throne, and you can just click the try button to do it. I'll show you guys instead of using my throne. I'll go ahead and show you guys with using the try. So whenever you get this quest, yes, it's nice for me to have it. However, if you don't have it because it's just too expensive for you, you can click it, you can click try, you can place it, and then you can sit in it. And now your quest is going to go up. I'm just going to go ahead and finish using this. And now, once you're done with your Queen Fatigue quest, you just jump off and you click the back into inventory button, and then it gets rid of it and you didn't have to buy it. I'm just gonna go ahead and wait for her to come use my throne. I've got these sets up at the sink and the class with friends. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my teleport button ready so I can go to the locker courtyard. And then we can both just use my teleporter. Once you get to a certain level, you and your friends can both use your teleporter. So while one of them, if you're with 3 friends and they're both in the middle of a quest, go ahead and use your portal and wait for them to get done. That way you can just go ahead and teleport from the same portal. And they don't have to do the animation for getting their portal or anything. I like to make sure my friends have actually gone through first before I go through. That way I know for a fact they're getting teleported. Because there can be some times where you go through and then they're no longer able to go through. Oh, we could just go to the locker courtyard. We gotta get our hygiene up. And there's a sink at the... Okay, we'll just go to the locker courtyard. There's a sink at the locker courtyard, as well as where we can actually shower. So we'll just go to the locker courtyard.
You mean the bathing area?
Yeah, the bathing area. My bad. I meant the bathing quarters. Alrighty, now that we're in the bathing quarters, not the locker courtyard, the bathing quarters, I'm going to go ahead and go to the sink where the bathroom is because I need that quest. And then I will meet her down at the showers. It doesn't matter which one you go in either. And then of course, just make sure your hunger is all the way up. And once you get low like this, the next time you stop at the locker courtyard, you would just grab more food. Now don't forget guys, if you get to a point where you get any quest that you cannot do, so for me, if I was to get 3 quests that I can't do, I would just go play musical chairs until they all reset. That is what you're able to do. I'm just going to go ahead and leave the bathing quarters. That's my farming routine. That's all I do. That's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. And make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy content like this. Also, make sure to comment down below what kind of videos you want to see next. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and goodbye!